Hello guys, in this video I will be solving the questions of quiz 1. So the first data set is a housing data set. As explained in class, it has the price, the lot size, and these variables are continuous variables. And then we have the month, categorical labels, the type, and the city. Some of you were asking questions like how many city types and so on. I think we have already used the filter back in the time to check how many types of cities, types of buildings, is there, and like how many cities in there and so on. So this is where you get the answer for your questions, even though it's not really relevant because you can see the number of the number of types or the different types while you're doing the pivot table. In any case, plot the histograms for lot size and price. So basically it's easy. First, the price. You select the price by selecting here this cell, holding down the Control and Shift and the down arrow, and then go to Insert, and over here you have histograms, as you can see, and this is the histogram. Let me take this ahead here. So this is the first histogram, and this histogram is for the price. All right. Then the next histogram is for the lot size. Of course, I told you in the quiz that I am not going to check this question. I'm going to give you all the 2 points because some of the students don't have or I couldn't find their the histogram, in their Excel. I don't know how is this so, but okay. So now, what is the bin size here? The bin size is 3,000. No, it's actually 36,000 minus 25,000, and that would be 11,000. So that would be the pin size for all right. And you know what? I should have done the answer sheet like that. Equal to this. Oh yeah, I should have done that. But you know, just in case, some of the students, you know. In any case, so over here we have 2580 minus 1650. We need the, and this is 930. Okay. Done. Next. Now group a price by 15,000 and the lot size by 1,000 and create a pivot table to find the price and the lot size of the biggest and most expensive property. Okay. So first of all, we need to group these and we need to create a pivot table. To create a pivot table, we need to, I'm going to just select the data, and then, I don't need to select the data indeed, pivot table, and in an existing worksheet, I'm just going to put it in question 2, add it here. Okay, so what is the question about? The question is about, we need to group price, so we need the price. Then lot size, we need the lot size. And then it says group them, so I'm going to just go ahead and group them. Group this by 15. Group this by 1,000. Okay. And now, what do we need? We need the house with the biggest and most expensive property, okay? All right, I'll take the lot size here and throw it in there and put it in the count, it doesn't matter. And now I'm gonna try to check. This is the most expensive. The most expensive that we have 3 different candidates. And the biggest size, as you can see, this is the sizes here. So this is the price range. Okay, and that's the biggest size. And here we go. Next. Okay, number 3. How much is the total percent of revenue that comes from houses of type 2 in city 1 and in month 3? Okay, so we need a pivot table. All of the answers are pivot table. So we're going to insert the pivot table in an existing. Which location? Location is here. Let's put it here on top. And over here, I'm going to have a pivot table for type and city. So let me start with the city because we have 2 cities, and then we have the type, and then we have also the month, and then yeah, I need the revenue, so I'm going to take the price and throw it in there. I want the total percent revenue, so it's not the count of price, it's rather the sum, and I want it to be in percentages of the grand total. So now we're fine to go. So let's see what the answer. You see, it's not really difficult. So here is the city, city 1. So I don't need city 2. Type 2. So here. So I want type 2, city 1, and month 3. So that would be this reading, right? So here is the percent of revenue. So it would be equal to this right there. You don't have to even copy. In fact, even over here, I should have not copied. I should have just put like that, equal to this, right there, equal to this. No need for typing, and end of story, right? So answer key here is equal also, and I go to 3, and here we go. And it is 17 something, but if you, of course, I need it to be in percentage right there. Here we go. Good. Next. House type. Which house type generates 80% of revenue? Again, it's a pivot table. So insert pivot table, existing. Let's go to that particular sheet. Okay. And which house type? Where is the house type? Here's the type. Sorry, do you see what happened here? I went to type. Which house type generates 80% of revenue? Here we need the sum. So we need to find out let me see. Top 10. So which house type generate 80% top 80% by sum of price. So this is it. So if you take a look here, let me just show you. Here's 1 and 2 is the answer. Let's say that you're not sure, right? So what do? You sum this and this, okay? And then take this over this, and then that would be 96%, you see? Because this alone, if you take a look at this alone, all right? If you take a look at this alone, it won't be still 80%. You see, it's 60%. So this and this, for example, let's take, if you are in doubt, I'm just saying, if you are in doubt, if you take the sum of these two and then you put these two over this one, it will still be 60%, right? If you take the sum of this, the one on top, and this one, it's even lower, so you don't even need to do it. So do you see, if you are in doubt? So, but I need to see the work. This is why I told you I want to see the work. So it is basically filter, top 10, and we need the top 80%. And if you guys remember, in class, I showed you the very beginning when I put this in percentages, it didn't work out. You need to keep it in the numbers and then put the percentage. So here, which house type generate 80% of revenue? It's 1 and 2. And of course, I put house type and not types because I don't want to give you I don't want to say that it's more than one house or one house, you know? You need to figure it out, yeah? So here is number 4. So here is number 4. And then here you need to copy the pivot table. So insert a compo pivot chart. Oh, okay. So here again, insert pivot and existing here. First of all, we need to create the pivot table that shows the number of houses versus the average price. So here's the price, okay? But I need the average price, right? So here's the average price. But the number of houses, so okay. So I want the insert a compo pivot chart that shows the number of houses versus the average price. Okay, this is the price. This is the average price in here, okay? But where is the number of houses? We need the number of houses. That would be, let's take the lot size and put it as count. So basically, even if you take off this is the problem, you see? In most of you, I saw some of you putting that like that. You just need to put, insert a compo chart. If you put, for example, the city here, you will have only 2. You know what? I don't care as long as you go to insert and you go to pivot chart and you put pivot chart and you put combo and then you put like that is okay with me, totally fine with me. So that this is the count of lot size and this will be the average price, or maybe the other way around. That would be the line, that would be the line, and that would be the clustered columns. No, we can't put this as a clustered column because this is really small. Yeah, do you see that? Because this is really small, I'm sorry. So, and then over here, right there. So if you do it this way is okay with me, I have no problem. If you put type and it's gonna be 4, I also have no problem. If you put months here, I have no problem. If you take the price and put the price here instead, I also have no problem whatsoever. So the price part here, the average price, it makes more sense. Like this is either average price you put here, you put the price and the average price and the count of lot size. This makes more sense. So most the students who put the pivot chart like that with the price or with the lot size here is definitely the most natural way. Why? Because the question is about the price and the lot size, the average price and the count of houses. So it's not about the lot size per se, but sorry, it's about the count of houses. I'm sorry. So we have the price here. It's a bit late at night today, so I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. It's really late. It's about midnight. So here is the question is about the number of houses. So the number of houses, you can get that from the count of lot size, or you can even do the count of city, it doesn't matter really, right? So here's some. You need to put the count. Some of the cities are 0, some of the cities are not 0. So you see, now but here's the count of city. Do you see 51 to 3? Take the count of city away, put the count of type. I just want to show you value. Okay, here's the count. 51, 3. Okay, take the count of type, put the lot size. I just want to show you that I insisted here, same. Do you see? Just count any of these variables will give you the count of houses, yeah? So the number of houses is basically the count of any of these variables. Even if you take the price itself and count it here, price, value, count, it's going to be the same. So you have the count of price or the average of price, and you insert a pivot table. Something went wrong with my pivot table. I'm sorry, pivoted chart. I'm sorry, guys. Pivot chart. Sokka, nande. Something happened with my pivoted chart. Here, insert, pivot table, pivot, combo, and then right. So this is the most realistic. But if you put here, instead of price, you put city, type, months, whatever you put in there, I will just accept it. It's okay with me. But this is the most natural, because the question is about the average price and the number of houses. So it doesn't matter really. So the number of houses with any of the variables, the price with any of these, it's definitely all right with me. Okay, so that would be the count here, and that would be the average price. As you can see, the average price is going up linearly, in a linear way, while the count of houses, there are many houses with a cheaper prices, and less houses with the higher prices. Okay, the second question. Family wagon question. All right, so let's see. What's the first question? Which family size tend to buy the wagon? And what is the number of families of the above family size? I fixed D in the quiz time. I don't know, not many students got it. So insert pivot table from a table existing. Go to over here. Okay. So which family size? So station wagon, as I explained here, yes and no, whether you bought it or you haven't bought it. Okay. And now I want family size. Okay, here's the family size. And then I want the which family size buy the wagon. So I need something in there. So I'm just gonna throw it in there. It's count of salary. It's a count of any of the population, the count of the sample in general. So which family size tend to buy a wagon? Tend to buy a wagon is the count, right? So over here, I'm gonna just go and see. Yes, buying a wagon. Large is 138 and the small is 10. So it is 138. So right there is 138, all right? So the number of families, the number of large equals large here, large. And then what is the number of families? Oh, something happened here. Okay, the number of here of the families is equal 138, right? Okay, not really difficult, yeah, but just some of you didn't get that the count of any of these variables is just the count of the sample. The market, the number of customers interested in the wagon. Okay, I need a pivot table. Anything here to answer requires a pivot table, as also I said when I was reading the questions. So over here, all right, let's start. So the market or the number of customers interested in wagon cars, okay, interested in wagon, yes and no, is bigger than that of non-purchasers of wagons. Okay, well, what is the number here is the count. So those are interested in buying a wagon, 148 is bigger. This is what it says, or larger. the number is larger than that, than those who are not interested. So this is false, definitely, right? Because it is 148 is smaller. Okay, there are more high income customers. Okay, let's take a look at the salary now. Okay, here is the salary, high and low. Okay. So the first question still can be answered from the grand total. Grand total. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. Okay, here. There are more high-end customers or high-income customers from the salary, right? Interested in wagon cars. High salary customers interested in wagon cars than those of low income. Where is the low income? 97. That's true, because we have high income 248, right? So that will be true. All right, let's see. Here, this question, I needed to copy this and paste it here. As I told you in class, please use it as an image, and here we go. Now, the wagon question. This is this. This is this. And now here, this is false. This is true. And then over here. Okay, insert pivot table and existing. Does it appear that family size or income? Okay, which one is more important than the other? So we have here for what? For station wagon purchasers. Okay. So station wagon, is it family size or is it salary? Okay. Okay, so are we interested in the people who say no? No, we're not interested in them. So let's collapse that. We're interested in the purchasers. You see, station wagon purchasers. So those who are saying yes. So does it appear that family size, this is high and low income, or income? Here, it's a family size is large or small, or the income high and low. Which one is more important? So I need to just fill it in here with a count, yeah? So here is the count. As you can see here, I have, let's just put it here together. So which one is the determinant? I have here the grand total. Seems like I have here 100 from 138. So this is here 100 over 138, and that will be 72%. And over here, this 100 comes from 248, and this is 46%. So basically, these are the purchasers, right? Who defines the profile? Most of the purchasers or purchasers of the wagon here are the 100, aren't they? Yes, they are. They are the 100. This 100 from the salary, the high salary or low salary, high salary is important, and large family size. That's we know for sure. So which one is more important, the salary or the family size? The high salary or the family size? Let's take a look at the salaries. The salary, these 100, comes from a population of a total of 246 high salary. So this is corresponds to 40-something%. This corresponds to 72%. So definitely the family, the large family. So the family size for sure. So here you just need to type family size. Yeah. Now I told you there is also a hint, and in this hint I'm just telling you, like, put it here in terms of column total. So here it is 40.6 something, which is the percentage that I just did here. It's 65% from the column. The column is highlighted. In my case here, my case is the salary. Some of you might have the salary here and the family size here. So it is the reverse order. So now you need to keep in mind that this is 40, the percentage. And then again, you put it, summarize it by here 72, here 72 point something. So then you can keep in mind like which one is the one, and so on. Okay? Or you can do it manually like how we used to do it in the class. All right, so the answer is family size. Okay, so this is F3. So is it F3? Yeah, this will be family size. Okay. All right, last one is a very easy question. If you guys remember, we've done something similar in class. So we insert this and we go to the here. So as we read, create a pivot table. So here, pivot table to summarize the answers of the survey. Okay, and to plot it. So what are the answers? Here's the questions. We have all these questions. And where are the scores? Here is the scores. What's the count of the scores? Put anything you want. Put the case, put the question. But instead of putting sum, you just need to put the count, right? Here, count. Do you see 62, 62, 62, 62? Or you can just take the count of the case, put the question, put the count of the question. I just want to show you. It's all about count. 62, 62, 62. Take the question, put the score. It's going to be the same, all right? So once you've done this, easy peasy, just that's it. Insert pivot table. There's no rocket science about it, right there. Ta-da! Finished. Like I thought that this one is one of the easiest, you know. But I told you I'm gonna give you this question. Is the thing is I told you complete the survey. I'm gonna put it in the quiz. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do more than what I'm doing really to support you. So over here I'm gonna take this copy. I'm just gonna put it right there. Right? And then I'm gonna take that, take this copy and paste. Right there. I'm done. Thank you. How long did it take me? Half an hour. I gave you 50 minutes, and then I gave you 1 hour, and then I gave you more than 1 hour. And it took me half an hour really, because I had to explain also. In any case, thank you so much, guys, and there are many quizzes ahead, so don't get upset if you haven't done very well. This is always in my class. Students don't do very well in quiz 1, and I told you, how are you gonna study? Study hard. Don't underestimate the scores. Don't underestimate the quiz. All right. Don't worry. There are many quizzes, and you just do better in the upcoming quizzes. And if in total the students haven't done very well in this quiz, I'll do like other years, and I'll give less weight on this quiz and more weight on the other quizzes when it suits you, when it's better for you. Okay. So I'll give this option. The least performing quiz for any of the students would have a lower height, lower weight, and if you do well in other quizzes, you will have higher weight, and vice versa. Maybe some of you are going to do very well in this quiz, but not very well in the future quizzes. I will also give you still keep the high weight for this quiz and lower weight for any future quiz you don't do as good in it. Okay, don't worry so much. Take care.